Hey everyone, welcome to the Traveling Tarot. This is your daily psychic forecast for Monday, August 12th, 2019. My name is Stephen Dillard Carroll, and this is a reading for the General Collective today. My hope is there's always something good and positive that can be gleaned from all of my readings, regardless of your circumstance. So my hope for you today is that you can glean something good and positive today from this reading, regardless of your personal circumstance. At the very, very, very least, my hope and prayer for this reading today is that you will finish this video feeling emboldened and empowered to make good and positive choices to help you live your very best life. So with that in mind, let's get to today's story. And the general story arc of today is brought to us by 5. Divine Guidance, Archangel Sandalphon. The search for meaning in life. Consider an alternative approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers or friends. Sometimes rules are there for us to actually follow. I'm a rule breaker. I am one of those people that loves learning all about the rules so that I can break them all, and if not break them, certainly remix them to something that is suited to my circumstance. So I would encourage you that if you're going through something today, to seek out divine guidance from a teacher, a counselor, a guide, a preacher, a rabbi, a priest, an imam, a high priestess. It does not matter. This is saying that whatever you're going through today, you don't have to go through it alone. You certainly do not have to go through it alone. There is guidance out there. There are people that it's their job to actually help you. And in general, we hope that those people are in those jobs because they feel the need to actually be of good and positive service to other people. So the point is, you do not have to go through it alone. Archangel Sandalphon is saying, go out there and seek divine guidance from perhaps somebody that can help in a way that other people cannot. So certainly seek out divine guidance today. The subplot, one of the two subplots today is brought to us by the Queen of Raphael. Kind, understanding, giving, psychic. Follow your heart. A love of home and family, trustworthy psychic information. And it's interesting because the subplot here is you've got your divine guidance, right? You're seeking out help because you can't quite figure it all out on your own. The idea here is to use the guidance, the divine guidance, as just that, guidance. It does not mean for us to be spoon-fed religion from a pulpit. It does not mean that we turn our brains off and we turn our own psychic abilities off and just follow blindly like sheep or lemming the person that is at the lead. This is saying for us to follow our hearts, to be open to trustworthy psychic information. This is saying get the guidance and then follow your own instinct. Get the guidance and then follow your own instinct. I tell you, that's what the universe is saying to me today, and what great advice, right? I mean, get guidance, seek out help when you need it, but then follow your own heart. Trust your own instinct. Feel that information coming through with your own psychic abilities, and then go out and do what is necessary for your own for your own well-being. Follow your heart. Get guidance, and then follow your own heart. What a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful piece of advice for today. And the third subplot of today comes courtesy of the Six of Raphael. Enhance your inner child. New friends or rekindling relationships. Children or childhood. What I'm getting from this is, when we're kids, we believe anything is possible. We are firmly entrenched in everything is fantastical, everything is weird, wild, and wonderful, and everything is possible. And we do not set the limitations on ourselves as children that we do as adults. And I just get the feeling that somewhere out there is just saying, I can't because of this reason, or I can't because of that reason, or I can't because of the other reason. The Six of Raphael is saying, no, actually you can. Because we're telling you through the Queen of Raphael that in fact you can follow your heart. I tell you, it's clear, ladies and gentlemen, divine guidance. You don't exactly know how to proceed. And so the universe is saying and is encouraging you to seek out divine guidance. Find someone that knows something and glean the information from them that you need to glean from them. And then once you learn it all, follow your own heart. Follow your heart, a love of home and family, trustworthy psychic information, following what's inside you. The universe is saying you need to listen to yourself more. Trustworthy psychic information, quite frankly, is coming to us all the time. We just have to be open to receive that information as it's coming our way. And finally, the Six of Raphael is, embracing your inner child, new friends or rekindled relationships, children or childhood. Do what makes you happy. I often tell people in my private readings when the Six of Raphael comes up that, hey, find something, go back to your childhood and remember what brought you joy. I'm not talking about happiness, but just pure, unbridled joy. Remember those things and see how you can remix those things into adulthood. See how you can take those passions that kindled your imagination and your sense of wonder and your sense of the fantastical, and see how you can remix those into doing something as an adult. So that is the general story for today, and I encourage you to use that to your advantage as you go through this Monday. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty of the day and see what the universe has to say about that. But thank you, universe. Thank you so much for giving us this information this morning. It's a beautiful and wonderful thing. So let me shuffle these cards just maybe one more time, and then cut them and see what kind of divine guidance I'm getting from the universe to share with you this morning. All right, let's cut them into three. I like threes. Then put them back together. And let's turn them over and see what kind of information we're getting. Move those up. And one more, just in case. All right, so the Magician card. The Magician card, the Magician card, the Magician card. It's a strong card. It's basically having control over all of your resources, being able to create something out of nothing, being completely in tune with the universe and what it wants, and making sure that you're in that flow of the universe so that you can again create something out of nothing and create it with ease. The Magician card today is telling me that you need to trust yourself more. Trust yourself more, that you have the ability to actually get things accomplished. You have the ability to actually create something new and something wonderful and something positive. You have the ability to be that magician, to be that person that just creates and is able to pull ideas from all sorts of different resources and from all sorts of people, places, and situations, and create something wonderful. Get in touch with your creative side. Get in touch with the side of you that can create something out of nothing, because we all can. We absolutely all can. Making sure that you're checking in with Spirit every day to make sure that you and Spirit are aligned with one another, so that when you're out there creating, you're actually in the flow, so that things are created much more easily. Also, the Magician card is a card of responsibility. There may be somebody out there that is either moving into a position of authority or is already there. And when you're in a position of authority, people tend to look up to you. It doesn't matter if they're younger than you, older than you, or your same age. If you're in a position of authority, if you're in a position of power, people always look up to you and watch you and try to follow your example. There's always somebody watching you. And so because of that, it's important to make sure, again, that you're in that universal flow, that you are and the universe are simpatico, that you are together like this, that there is no dividing line between you and the universe, so that whatever you're putting out there is something that can be emulated, that can be of inspiration to other people, that can be something that will inspire someone to be like you. So keep that in mind as you're going through your day today. Now, the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords. Conquering your enemies. That's what this card is about. There is someone out there that is going through a difficult time with people in their lives, and it could be a work situation wherein you're butting heads with either your boss or the other people in the office. It could be a familial situation wherein you and a certain family member aren't necessarily getting along. It could be a situation between you and like a bill collector, or a person that's even out there that outside of your circle of influence that you might be butting heads with. And this is saying that you will eventually succeed over them. You are in the right. Whatever it is, you are actually in the right. And this is saying that eventually you will succeed over your enemies. And in fact, the Nine of Swords, it's in the reverse position. This is the Endless Nightmare card. It's the Nightmare Loop card. But when it's in the reverse position, it means that a nightmare that you may be going through is either coming to a close or will be coming to a close in a very short order. Swords are very, very quick. They cut to the quick very, very quickly. And so it could be involving whatever person that you're maybe butting heads with. That nightmare might be coming to an end. Also, I get the feeling that a communication kind of nightmare, wherein wherein one of you is talking English and the other person is talking English, but it sounds like a foreign language too, and you're just not making that connection with each other, even though you're speaking the same language. Or I should say, you're speaking words. The language is different. I'm getting love languages here. I'm getting that perhaps you and a loved one, are talking to each other, but somehow you're not bridging that gap. And I feel like that nightmare of he or she just does not get me. They don't get where I'm coming from. They don't get what I'm trying to do. They just don't get me. I get the feeling that that kind of thing is about to end. And if it's not about, if it hasn't already, you're about to come out of that. And, it's hard. It's really, really tough when we are trying to communicate with loved ones and trying to allow ourselves to live our best lives while allowing them to live their best lives. But somehow the communication gap isn't closing, it's widening. And what a frustrating thing to go through. What a horrible and frustrating thing to go through. Wherein you feel as if someone that you are close to just does not get where you're coming from, or you just do not understand where they're coming from. It's so frustrating because there's so much love there. There's so much compassion there. There is so much even history there that for some reason you can't bridge that gap. But luckily that is coming to an end. Thank goodness that is coming to an end. I feel as if you and that other person will come to some sort of an agreement. If not now, then it's definitely within a very, very short period of time. So please have faith, have hope, trust that things will work out the way that they should, and they will. All right, the just in case card for today. The Four of Cups. It's in the reverse position. As you can see, it's in the reverse position here. And what I'm getting from this card is not only don't block blessings when they come your way, but don't block lessons when they come your way either. This whole thing here, these three cards plus these three cards up here, this is all a learning opportunity here. This entire reading has been a learning opportunity. Do not let that learning opportunity go by. Do not allow this life lesson to pass you by. The Magician card, the Five of Swords, triumphing over your energy, over your enemies. The Magician card, again, being that source of inspiration, being that leader, being able to create something out of nothing. The Nine of Swords in the reverse position, saying that communication that has been widening, the gap that has been widening is about to close. Because of that, there is a life lesson that you need to learn. All of this is a life lesson. Do not allow yourself to repeat this same pattern over again. Do not allow the Nine of Swords to turn back around and end up becoming the nightmare loop again. This is a learning opportunity for you. Do not let it go by. And that's what I'm getting. So let's do an affirmation. I love these decks. They're called the Affirmators. They're cute, they're funny, they're fun. And so we're just going to pull them out here and give them a quick shuffle. And then we'll see what our affirmation for today is. All right, one more time, and then we'll flip it over and see what the universe is affirming for us today? I'm being told to grab from the bottom, so I am. And beauty. The beauty card. I'm beautiful even when I don't think it. I'm beautiful even when I don't see it. I'm beautiful no matter how many people don't say it. I'm beautiful and I don't even care if you know it. I'm beautiful, which is why I don't have to try so hard all the time to show it. And what a beautiful affirmation, because it goes right along with my daily affirmation, which I share with you guys at the end of every reading, which goes, love yourself. Love yourself fully. Love yourself wholly. Love yourself completely. Love yourself unconditionally. Love yourself first and foremost, and everything else will fall into place. And that's it for today. I hope that you guys have a blessed and wonderful day, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye-bye.